All right, folks. Have you ever thought about those moments when you feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall? Like you're running on a hamster wheel that never stops? When things happen to you that you have no control over, can't change, and can't even begin to understand why they're happening in the first place? Ever since Adam and Eve decided to play hero and bite into that forbidden apple, humanity has been grappling with the idea of what cannot be changed. But we've gotten really creative in how we handle it. Some cry and wail until their tears run dry. Some scream and shout, asking, "Why me, God?" And others just curl up into a ball and retreat from the world. And all of these approaches are completely useless. Why? Because quite simply, they drain your energy, time, and effort on something that will not change. Imagine you're holding a piping hot cup of tea and it slips from your hand and shatters on the floor. What's your first natural reaction? To get upset, annoyed, maybe even blame yourself. That's normal. What's not normal, however, is to sit there next to the broken cup, screaming at it, "Go back. Go back to how you were." Will the cup magically reassemble itself? Absolutely not. So why do we do this with things far more significant than a teacup? The point here is that our brain, this magnificent human brain we brag about, insists on clinging to the reality that should have been, not the reality that is. What do I mean by that? When something bad happens, our brain is determined to stay in the if-only file instead of the it happened, deal with it file. And that's what traps us in a vicious cycle called suffering from the past or the future. This is the first and toughest step. Imagine a massive boulder blocking your path. The moment you see it, you might say, "No way. What is this? Why now?" But after a while, your brain registers that the boulder is actually there. Acceptance doesn't mean you like what happened or that you agree with it. It just means you acknowledge its existence, like acknowledging that the sun rises every morning or that gravity pulls you to the earth. It's a fixed reality, done and dusted. The faster you get to acceptance, the more suffering you save yourself. Once you accept reality, you need to ask yourself a simple but powerful question. Okay, since this happened, what can I do now? If the cup broke, it won't unbreak. But you can clean up the mess so no one gets hurt, and you can get a new cup. If you lost your job, it's not coming back. But you can start looking for another job, develop new skills, or even change your career path entirely. The idea here is to shift your energy from focusing on the past problem to focusing on possible solutions for the future. Every disaster, every crisis, every unchangeable thing is essentially a free lesson. Painful at times, but free. What did you learn from what happened? What could you do differently next time to avoid the same situation? If there's nothing you can do to avoid it, then what did you learn about yourself? About your patience? Your resilience? About the people around you? Every lesson adds to you, makes you grow, makes you a better version of yourself. Ultimately, life isn't just a series of catastrophes we push through. Life is a journey with ups and downs, with things we can change and things we can't. True wisdom isn't in trying to change the impossible, but in focusing on changing what's possible and adapting to what's inevitable. Always remember, what cannot be changed isn't worth dwelling on. Focus your energy and time on building what's next, not on trying to fix what's past. And that, my friend, is the secret to human resilience. So, are you ready to stop fighting fate and start drawing a new path?